Hello and welcome to the Programming in C++ series. In this video we're going to be covering Chapter 4, Control Structures 1, Selection, Exercises. But before we get started, please go ahead and smash the like button, leave a comment, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you have not yet done so. If you're unable to smash the like button or leave a comment, it means you're not logged in. Go ahead and log in. And if you have not yet created a Facebook channel or a Facebook login, it takes less than a minute and it is 100% free. But when you do create your Facebook account, you're able to like videos, leave comments on videos, and you're able to subscribe to different YouTube channels. And when you do subscribe, it makes it easier for you to navigate throughout YouTube to find your interests a lot quicker, and also you can be notified whenever a channel posts new videos. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is look at the first exercise, which is Programming in C++, Programming Exercise 4-13. And for this exercise, the summary, we're going to, the number of lines that can be printed on a paper depends on the paper size, the point size of each character in the line, whether lines are double space or single space, and top and bottom margins and left and right margins of the paper. Assume that all characters are of the same size, same point size, and all lines are either single space or double space. Note that 1 inch equals 72 points. Moreover, assume that the lines are printed along the width of the paper. For example, if the length of the paper is 11 inches and the width is 8.5 inches, then the maximum length of a line is 8.5 inches. The instructions: write a program that calculates the number of characters in a line and the number of lines that can be printed on a paper based on the following input from the user: the length and width in inches of the paper, the length, right top and bottom margins, the point size of a line, an S or capital S if the lines are single space, or a D or capital D if the lines are double space. If the lines are double space, then double the point size of each character. And for the task 1, it wants us to get credit. We will have to correct output for test cases. So it needs to be able to calculate correctly. So let's look at our code, and let's start. We will have to add one include statement, and that's going to be the include IO manip. This does this all the time. So we're going to copy this here, enter, and then IO manip include statement. And there's one constant for this exercise, and it's going to be an integer. And it's going to be called points in inch. And it's going to be equal to 72, as it's stated in the instructions. From there, let's go down and do our cosmetics and make this little room to work. And if we need to look at that, line 2, we did the IO manip. Then we added our constant integer, our name constant, which is points in inch equals 72. So let's go ahead and do that up. Alright, so now we can start declaring our variables. There's quite a few. So let's go double length, width, left margin, right margin, top margin, bottom margin. Alright, next we have an integer, and we'll call that character point size, or char point size. So we'll call that. And we have a char or character, and we'll call that line spacing. Then we have two more doubles, or actually we have one more double. Length of a line two more integers that are going to be initialized. Let's go with number of characters in a line. And that's going to equal 0, initialized to 0. Another one will be number of lines, initialized to 0. Alright, so now let's go ahead and add or set our precision to 2 decimal points. Fixed show points and set precision. Two and semicolon. Now let's start our statements. I'm going to do a lot of copy and paste on these because they'll be somewhat similar. So let's go first with cout. And we want to say enter the length of the paper. Paper. That semicolon. This one is going to be cin. And it's going to be length as a variable. Line. So we can just go and so change the variable and a few words in the output. Next is going to be enter the width of the paper. Make sure we got these spelled correctly so that we're not doing a lot of corrections. Need th, change that to width. Come down again. Let's go all the way up here. And our third output, let's do left margin. Enter the left margin of the paper. And then it's going to be, our variable is going to be left margin. Here we'll go to right margin. Same thing with our variable, it's going to be right margin. Alright, let's take a look here quick. Let's see. Next, let's go ahead and copied already, so let's go top margin. And this will be top margin also. So far so good. Let's get some more. Right. Next, let's go with bottom margin. Two of these here. And change the variable to bottom margin. Here we'll go point size. And the variable is going to be char point size. And then our last output for this section, we'll do line spacing enter line spacing. And then let's do comma, S or S. Small case, or let's use our parentheses in this one. Let's go for single spaced. Let's go comma here, and let's just take this out for now. Take this out. So there's another line for this. Enter, and we'll use our on D or capital D. And that'll be double spaced. Alright. And we have that one done. And then let's change our variable to line spacing. And there we have all of our outputs. So we got almanip, name constant, variables, set precision, and our outputs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. And we'll be back right after this to finish this up. Alright, so let's go down to 53. And let's start with some math. Let's length of line. Length of a line. Let's go to equal width minus left margin minus right margin. Here some more. Let's go number of characters in a line. Equals static cast. And let's do length of a line. Actually, let's check out this variable. Number of characters. Oh, we got a capital F on there. Characters in a line. Number of characters in a line. That's right. So number of characters in a line, or number of characters in a line. Should be number. That's why. Okay. And that fixed that. And that fixes that. Alright, so let's continue on. Length of a line. Length of a line times points in inch. And divide that by character point size. Chart point size. Let's close this line. It's a long one, but that's okay. So now, let's see, we need to get an if statement here. Let's go all the way over. Yeah. All right, so let's do if line spacing equals or nope, can't be inside that. Bars or line spacing. Equals capital S. Okay, if so, number of lines equals static cast n. And let's use our static cast int. Length minus top margin minus bottom margin. And let's go times point in inch, points in inch, and divide that by chart point size again. And let's see, so parentheses times points in each. Do I just have another? Okay, so maybe I need two. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. Pretty simple. I'll start this off with two. That's where length. So length minus top margin minus bottom margin times points in inch divided by char size divided by points in inch divided by char size. Okay. Now next line, we're just going to go and let's see. Okay, we got our cast number. Got that. So let's go here and we do our else if. This line spacing. It's going to be the same thing basically. Let's go line spacing. Boom. So let's copy and paste this because you know we're going to need for double spaces lowercase d and capitals D. And if number of lines, let's see, number of lines equals a static cast int length top margin points in inch. It's going to divide it by 2 at the end. So this one is going to be redone with one little trick. Let's do here and divide by 2 because it's double space. Alright. Semicolons out there? Did not. So, yep, semicolons and D I don't need one of these. Alright, so should be exactly the same. So D and S. Alright, so now we got another else to deal with. Yep. And we're going to put that right on the same line. Same margin. Other one, some else. What do we want to say? Say invalid line spacing. Again, so the same line's got to go one line down. so got a couple more of these. They need to go here. All right. The number of lines that can be printed. Then number of lines is a variable. Line. We'll say, actually, we'll just do let's do this. Let's go. Yeah, the number of characters. Characters that can be printed in a line. And let's go here, let's go there. Let's go number of characters in a line. Variable. And then let's add that. Alright, so go there. Number of characters that can be printed in a line, number of lines that can be printed, number of lines, invalid line spacing, T or D, double spaced, line spacing. Alright, finding the errors at least. Into the point size of the paper, into the bottom margin of the paper, into the top margin of the paper, to the right margin of the paper, into the left margin of the paper, into the width of the paper, into the width of the paper. So those variables came out good because I was able to use all of them, and so did our constant. So let's scroll over and let's run this one. Don't know what I'm going to put in. Let's see. Into the paper, 11. Into the width of the paper, 8.5. Into the left margin, 1. 0.8. Into the top margin, 0.5. 0.5. Into the size of the paper, point size, 72. Oh, like that crazy point size. 72 points. Enter line S. The number of characters that can be printed in this line is 6. Alright. So now that sounded crazy. Let's go ahead and calculate it. And while we're doing that, we'll look at the code at least. Starting from the top, I'll manip. So from line 1 to 21, check it out. If you need more time, go ahead and hit the pause. And we're going to scroll down further. Line 22. And we got a green check, and we got our 100%. So continuing on to show you the code. If you didn't get 100%, check out these 22 to 41. And if you're still working right there, go ahead and give it a pause as we scroll down again. Now we're on 42 to 60. Well, we call it 61. You can see invalid line spacing. Take a few seconds to look at that. Now we'll go ahead and scroll down. So if you need more time, go ahead and pause that. And that's the end of the code. Alright, so that was it for lesson 4-13. So if you do need more time with that, go ahead and pause it, as we're going to move on to the next lesson. Right here we're doing programming in C++, programming exercise 4-14. The short-term 0-24 hours parking fee, F, at an international airport is given by the following formula. So F, as you can see. Now where int is h plus 1 is the integer value of h plus 1. For example, integer 3.3.2 equals 3, and integer 4.8 equals 4. Write a program that prompts the user to enter the number of hours a car is parked at the airport and outputs the parking fee. Task 1, correct output for interior values. Interior values are where the correct amount to be paid is calculated and displayed. And correct output for boundary values. Boundary values are limits of each fee case, i.e. less than or equal to 3 hours, greater than 3 but less than or equal to 9. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this lined up. So first thing, we do need our include statement, and it's going to be IO manip, of course. So let's go ahead and get that. And we don't have any named constants for this one, so let's get our cosmetics set up and get some working room. So here, let's declare our variables. They're both going to be doubles. First one is hours car parked. And then let's get on the same line, billing amounts. So let's do set our precision to 2 decimal points. Let's go for our first output. We're going to go with, let's see, enter the number of hours the car is parked. In. It's going to be variable. It's going to be hours car parked. And C out. Inline. All right. Let's do a quick if. Let's go on there to clear up that fault. Let's go if hours parked is hours car parked is greater than or equal to or less than or equal to 3. Billing amount equals 5. If 3 is less than hours parked, hours car parked, and by percent, hours car parked is less than or equal to 9. And billing amounts equals 6 times. Let's do our static cast. And it's going to be hours car parked plus 1. Let's do a good else. Billing amount is 60. So let's spit out please pay. In line. Alright, quick look at it. Line 2, we did our include statement, IO manip. Line 9, we went down and we initialized or declared our variables, hours, car parked, and billing amount. Then we did our set precision to 2 decimal places. In our output, enter the name of hours the car is parked, and hours car parked was the variable. And then our if statement, if the hours car parked is less than or equal to 3, billing amount is 5. Else if 3 is greater or is less than hours parked and hours car parked is less than 9, billing is 6 times static cast int or hours car parked plus 1. Else billing amount is 60. And then please pay. Looks good. Let's get this up here. And let's go to run this. Okay, so let's go ahead and calculate. Wow, we check out the code displayed for you. Go right there. So the include IO manip on line 2 will take you down to the variable so you can see the whole thing. Line 9. And we'll leave that there for you. While that calculates, let's see if we get our 100%. Don't see why we wouldn't. And we got our 2 green checks, and we got our 100%. So if you need that code again, line 2, you can pause there. And then you can pause there, but we'll start the next one right after this. And we go to the next exercise. Programming in C++, programming exercise 4-15. Here we're going to write a program that implements the algorithm that you designed in exercise 20 of chapter 1. Assume that the account balance is stored in the chapter 4 exercise 15 data text document. Instructions to exercise 20 of chapter 1 have been posted below for your convenience. We will revert to those instructions as we do our program. Task 1, correct output and file contents for sufficient funds use case, and task 2, correct output and file content for over limit use case, and then task 3, correct output and account balance for 300 to 500 use case. Alright, so let's go to our code. We do 2 include statements to add. The first one is going to be the IO manip. The next one is going to be fstream. Then we're going to go down to initialize our name constants. So we're going to, first one, they're both going to be doubles. And let's do service charge, all caps of course, insufficient fund. Efficient fund. And this is going to be equal to 25. First score. 0.00. Then we're going to copy and paste this here. Service charges over 300. And this one will equal percentage, so it's going to be 0.04, semicolon there. And that's it for our name constant. So let's go ahead and get our cosmetics up, make a little room to work. Create a little space there. And let's move it up. You're still looking at this. To IOmanip, line 3, we included fstream. Then we named our name constants constant double service charge insufficient fund equals 25, and constant double service charges over 300 equals 0.04. Don't forget your semicolons. Alright, so we're going to move down. Actually, we'll clear our variables before we move down. So there are 3 doubles, so we're going to do double account balance. Then we have amount withdrawn. And finally, service charges. Charges. Then we have our char or character response. Semicolon there. Let's go down. And let's do our in file. Let's get our IF stream first. IF stream. And in file. Then OF stream. And out file. Make sure you camel case the in file and out file, IF and OF stream, no camel case. Right, so let's go ahead and move this up to the top now. One last look at that. So we're going to go get more room to work with. So there. So we got line 19. Let's jump on. Let's get our file open. In file dot open. And a file name. It's going to be quotes chapter 4 underscore exercise 15 underscore data and dot txt. Put a semicolon at the end of that. Let's do an if explanation in file. Yep. And we'll get some brackets started here. And we'll get it to our output, COT. Input file does not exist. And then program terminates. And let's put 2 exclamation points. And in file, line. Alright. Now let's just return 1. Semicolon. Alright, so that's it for those brackets. So we're going to step outside the brackets. Skip a space. In file. Account balance. There's a variable. And COT. Cout. So we can say account balance before withdrawal. Account balance. Oh, I didn't do my quotes. Again, we'll use the variable account balance. Balance. Now end the line. Back. Let's do infile.close. Semicolon. Alright. So now we're going down. Let's go to precision. Fix. Show point. Set precision. Right, got that set. Let's go down and use this. We'll make another one. So let's make another one. Actually, let's use this. T, enter amount to be withdrawn. CN. There's going to be amount withdrawn. The variable. There. T. Alright, that looks good. So let's go ahead and work on our if. So if amount withdrawn is greater than 500, then we will say, account balance is less than or equal to 0. Let's put number 0. There's a period. And we'll continue on with maximum. The maximum amount that can be withdrawn. It is $500. Alright, we made that clear. So let's go ahead and go on there. We'll do an else if. Account balance. Account balance is less than or equal to 0. Then we're going to print out account balance is less than or equal to 0, you can have to throw in money. Space, and let's get over there. Line. Let's do else. Let's open. Let's do if. Amounts withdrawn is greater than account balance. What more do you got? Account balance. Like a whole nother level. Alright, so this one would be, let's say, insufficient. This is insufficient. Oops. If you withdraw, service charges, services charges, there. Let's continue this line down here and go. Will be $25. Enter y/y to withdraw. No. Quit. So response, that's what I need. CIN, response to variable, and then CIT. And so why am I getting these? Alright, we're going to push on. A little folder here, we'll address that later. So let's go see, get our yes. So now let's go ahead with another if statement. And we'll go, we're not going to go out here yet. We're going to do here. So let's go with this. If response equals y, capital Y, or response equals little y, brackets again, and service charges. tell if you misspelled something. That service charges. There she is. Service charges equals service charge insufficient fund. And let's do another if here. Missed it. Amount withdrawn is greater than 300. Service charges equals service charges plus let's go here. Amount withdrawn minus 300 times service charges over 300. There's our name constant. There we go. Alright, so let's. Alright, we'll take a quick break and we'll finish after this. Alright, so let's clear up this fault. I think, yeah, what we did, we don't need this semicolon, so that should clear that up. Alright, so let's go back down where we left off. Charges 300. So, let that bracket close. We'll do a little math here. Account balances, account balance equals account balance. Account balance equals account balance. Minus amount withdrawn. Minus service charges. Let's go ahead and bring that. And then we'll do output, collect your money. Period space. Oops. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and bring this up. Let's do else. More brackets. And let's do if withdrawn is greater than. If amount withdrawn, is greater than 300. Right, so let's go here and then a little bit, and let's go service charges equals amount withdrawn minus 300 times service charges let's do this service charges over 300 service charges over 300. So then let's go ahead and see what go in there. Let's do an else. Else comes next. Let's go service charges equals 0. service charges 0 semicolon, and we can we gotta do one more. Let's go back here. Account balance equals account balance minus amount withdrawn minus service charges. Semicolon for there. And then let's go. Output's going to be collect your money. Okay. Let's use this one. Dun, 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 dun. Right, click your money, and then we'll leave this bracket, and that leaves just these two. Okay, perfect. Let's go here, make some room here, and let's make another line, and we'll do output for these. Account balance after withdraw. Let's do account balance, or yeah, account balance. The variable. And let's do line. Let's do service charges. Service charges to variable. And then line. And let's do our out files. Out file. Open, not open. And we'll do the file name. Just chapter 4 underscore exercise 15 underscore output txt. Right, and then let's go ahead and put our semicolon after that. Another out file. This time let's do fixed show point. And set precision. Last one, out file, close, and semicolon. Alright, so let's get these back up here. Alright. So let's jump to the top real quick. We'll go through these. Alright, omnip, fstream, to include statements. Our name constant, service charge insufficient fund, service charges over 300, 25 and 0.04 or 0.04. Variables, double, account balance, amount withdrawn, service charges, the charge, response. Then we did our ifstream space in file, ofstream space out file. Then we did our in file open, chapter 4, exercise 15, data.txt. Then we got our in file, and then our brackets input file does not exist, program terminates. Then we did in file account balance. Then we did our output account balance before withdrawal, account balance. Okay, that looks good. in file, close. Then we did our set precision. Then we did our enter the amount to be written, amount withdrawn, or amount to be withdrawn, amount withdrawn. And then if amount withdrawn is greater than 500, maximum amount that can be withdrawn is 500. And else if account balance is less than or equal to 0, account balance is less than or equal to 0. You cannot withdraw any money. We got an else, an if statement. Amount withdrawn is greater than account balance. So withdraw something you don't got. Insufficient balance if you withdraw service charges. Looks good too. Then service charges will be $25. Enter Y to withdraw, no to quit. Then response is the variable. If response is yes or capital Y or lowercase y, service charges equals service charge insufficient fund. Amount withdrawn is greater than 300. Service charges withdrawn minus 300. So let's see again. Service charges insufficient fund. If amount withdrawn is greater than 300, service charges equals service charges plus amount withdrawn minus 300 times service charges over 300. Daily account balance, account withdrawn minus service charges. Then collect your money. Right, so go to this else. If withdrawal is greater than 300, service charges not 300. Else service charges equal 0. All right, let's go ahead and run this. It can be good. We'll find it if there's an issue. We'll search for it. But I will show you the account balance before withdrawals or $50 enter amount to be withdrawn. Let's go. Vote 20. Collect your money, account balance to withdraw is $325. Service charge $4.80. Boom, that's nice. Alright, let's do here account. Let's try other ones. And again. 850. Okay, let's go 250. Write it again. Using all the possible scenarios, or a few of the possible scenarios, just in case. No service charges, got it. So now let's calculate it. I think we got this one on the first try, would be great. There's a lot of code to work through. Waiting for that. Let's go ahead and get this chimed out. We got two that are not working with us. Correct output and file contents for sufficient fund use case. So it said sufficient funds, case 1, unable to find $400 in the program. And what's this one? Test 300 to 200 in case 1 final account. $450. Okay, so let's do that. Let's run it. 450. Enter. So calculate it again. All right, we got the right amount in there this time. So we got all 3 checks. We got 100%. So let's go over our code from 1 to 21. If you do need more time, go ahead and pause it there. We're going to scroll down. We did the include. Let's go down for 22. All right, let's go. Next, from 23 to 42. If you you need more time, go ahead and pause it. I'll scroll down again. $42 to $61. Should be able to see that whole thing, and yes. Right. 42 to 61. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause it. Scroll again. And 63 to 82. And if you need more time, again, go ahead and pause that. And then we have the end of our code. All right, so that's all for exercise 4-15. We'll see you on the next one. And the next one is programming in C++, programming exercise 4-16. A new author is in the process of negotiating a contract for a new romance novel. The publisher is offering 3 options. In the first option, the author is paid $5,000 upon delivery of the final manuscript and $20,000 when the novel is published. In the second option, the author is paid 12.5% of the net price of the novel for each copy of the novel sold. In the third option, the author is paid 10% of the net price of the first 4,000 copies sold and 14% of the net price of the copies sold over 4,000. The author has some idea about the number of copies that will be sold and would like to have an estimate of the royalties generated under each option. Write the program that prompts the author to enter the estimated number of copies that will be sold, the net price of each copy of the novel. The program then outputs the royalties under each option. The best option the author could choose, example, if option 1 is the best, option 1 is the best. Use appropriate name constants to store the special values such as royalty rates and fixed royalties. Since your program handles currency, make sure to use a data type that can store decimals with a decimal precision of 2. Correct output for test cases. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started on this one. First, let's add our include statements. And we only need one, and that is the IO manip. Then for our name constants, we're going to have several of those. So let's start those. Let's double, they're all going to be doubles. And let's go option 1 underscore down pay. Equals 5,000. Next one is going to be is that option 1 book delay L equals 2,000. Let's go ahead and put these semicolons on there. Space. So option 2, royalty rate equals equals 0.125. So that's copy this for the next one, and it's going to be royalty rate 1 going to equal 0.10, and then underscore 2, and it's going to be 0.14. Semicolon. Alright, so we got our include IO manip. First constant, option 1 down pay, and option 1 book deal pay 2,000. Actually, it's 20,000. Way off. 0.125, 0.10, 0.14. Alright, so let's do our cosmetic setup. Make some room to work. And let's go ahead and get to work on line 16. Declaring our variables. Let's to int number of copies sold. Sold, and double net price of a book, a book. Best option, initialize to 0, and double best royalty, initialize to 0. Okay, now let's do the rest of these. Double royalty option 1. Precision. Show points. And set precision. Right. See how we're going to do this. Alright, we'll do the rest when we get back, right after this. Alright, it's line 26. Let's go to output. Let's go with enter the number of copies sold. Let's go. Variable is going to be number of copies sold. Let's get this up there. Right. Next one is going to be similar. I'm just going to say enter the net price of the book. And this is going to be cost or net price of book. Here's the variable. There it is. And we're going to go down to royalty option 1. Equals option 1 down payment. Down pay. Plus option book bill. Okay, got. Then option 2. Equals number of copies sold times net price of the book times option 2 royalty rate. Royalty rate. There we go. So now let's go to our if statement. Here, if number of copies sold is less than or equal to 4,000, royalty option 3 goes number of copies sold times net price of books times option 2 royalty rate. Option 3. Option 3. Back. We got this next up here. Might need another name constant. Option 2. This should be option 3. Okay, there we go. I wonder. Now that makes sense. Why it's not showing me what I need to see. So. Anywhere else. And royalty option 3 here is equal to 4,000 times net price of books times option 3 royalty rate 1. So right here. And go plus number of copies sold minus 4,000 times net price of book times option 3 royalty. option equals 1. Best royalty equals redemption. Just if best royalty is less than royalty option 2, just brackets, and best option is 2. Royalty equals royalty option 2. If royalty is less than royalty option 3, brackets, and best option equals 3. And best royalty equals royalty option 3. Alright, so let's go to 57, and let's go if best option equals 1, back to the brackets again, and if royalty option 1 is equals royalty option 2, best relative variable. Okay. So let's do it else. And T. Option 1 and option 2 are the same. Give the best relative. Which is best relative. Right. So let's go else if we have to do that. Let's see. Back it up. Let's go here. Else if. Go with this if up here. This if royalty option 1 equals go to option 3. C out. Option 1 and 3 are the same. And give the best routine. Which is this relative variable and inline. And we're going to go down to else. And we're going to say option 1 is the best and the relative is best relative. Alright, let's bring this up here and then go here and let's do our else if for option 2. Best option equals 2. Brackets. If option 2, or the option 2 is equal version option 3. option 2 and 3. All the same, and give the best royalties. Else in here. Say option 2 is the best, and the royalty is that's royalty. So get that out. We can close that bracket. Let's see what else we have down here waiting for us. Oh, yeah. Okay. So here we can do our else. Option 3 is the best, and the royalty is best royalty in line. Royalty. Let's do our see-outs. Royalty option 1. Royalty option 2. And royalty option 2. Set return 0, and there we have it. So I gotta be quick with misspelled words. My best. Let's go. Sold. Let's go. 36,000. Book 1750. 125. Okay. So let's calculate this. Let's see. So what we get. And we did get 100% on there. We got our green check mark. So let's visit our shrink it down a little bit. Alright, so from line 2 we ordered our include statement, entered our include statement, IO manip, and you can check it out between line 2 and 26. If you have need more time working with that, just go ahead and pause it, because I'm going to scroll down to the next lines. Here's line 27 to line 51. Take a few seconds to go over that if you're still verifying and trying to get that 100%. So go ahead and pause it if you need more time, as we're going to move on and scroll down further. Line 52 to line 76. We're still trying to find where you went wrong. Just go ahead and pause it if you're still working, trying to find or retype or whatever you're doing. Go ahead and pause it, and we're going to scroll down some more. Alright, so we're at the bottom. Leave it right there for a few seconds for you. Now, that was it for exercise 4-16. We'll be right back with the next one right after this. We are programming in C++, programming exercise 4-17. Here will be Samantha and Vicus are looking to buy a house and a new development. After looking at various models, the 3 models they like are colonial, split entry, and single story. The builder gave them the base price and the finished area in square feet of the 3 models. They want to know the models with the least price per square foot. Write a program that accepts as input the base price and the finished area in square feet of the 3 models. The program outputs the models with the least price per square foot in the following format. If the colonial model is the least price output, the price per square foot of the colonial model is the least. If the split model is the least, the price per square foot of the split model is the least. If the single story model is the least price output, the price per square foot for the single model is the least, or the single story model is the least. If the colonial and split entry models tie for the least price output, the price per square foot of the colonial model and split entry models tie for the least. If the colonial and the single story models tie for the least price output, the price per square foot of colonial and single story models tie for the least. The same thing with the if single story and split entry models tie for the least price, then the output should be the price per square foot of the single story and the split entry model tie for the least. Finally, if all 3 for the least price output, the price per square foot of all 3 models are the same. So that's where we'll get our comments from, our output. Task 1, correct output when one model is cheapest, correct output when 2 models tie for the cheapest, and correct output when all 3 models tie for least amount. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started out here. We'll need to include some include statements. Let's make that a little bit bigger. And first one we'll do is include string. Then we'll do IO minute, of course. Right, no name constants needed for this one. So let's get our cosmetics done and get some room to work. Alright, so we got include string, include IO manip on line 3. Then we're going down to declare our variables. Some doubles. Let's go price colonial. Price split entry. And price single story. One more. We got finish area colonial. Finished area colonial. Got finished area split entry. And finish area single story. Just go like this. Finish R, finish area. Oops. Finish area. Finish area single story. Price per square foot colonial. Save this. And then let's go price per square foot. Entry. Entry and price per square foot single story. Semicolon. E. Checking these to make sure they're spelled correctly. Colonial, single story, colonial. All right, so everything looks good. Let's go back to our string now, declare, and we have house name. Go ahead and set our precision. Show point. Set precision. 2. Semicolon. Alright, let's see what we got here. We'll do our outputs. A lot of copy and pasting here, but let's get it done. So, first one's going to be into the price of the colonial model. Colonial. finished area in square foot of the colonial model. The colonial model, and finished area colonial would be our variable. We'll go with into the price of the split entry model. Before we get too far ahead, let's go price split entry, then we'll correct. Let's go ahead and add our other line that we started to the way. Price per square foot colonial. Equals price colonial divided by finished area colonial. What it is. Right now, let's go back to this, and then we're going to do enter the price of split entry model. This is going to be price split entry. Enter the finished area in square foot. Let's cover that, put that down here. Square foot of the split entry model. And this is going to be finished area split entry model. Alright, let's do it again. Price per square foot. Price per square foot split entry equals price split entry divided by finished area split entry. Going. Alright. So let's go into the price of a single story model. Copy this. Finished area single story. Let's see. Let's go. Price per square foot. Single story equal price single story divided by area single story. Alright. So now we can dig into our ifs. Right, so let's go to 44. And let's go with our if statement. Let's go if price per square footage price per square foot colonial is greater than or less than price per square foot split. Entry. And we'll go down, we'll do bracket. And we'll do our second if. And we'll say price per square foot colonial is less than, great. Price for price per square foot single story and we're going to print out T over this, then we'll do price per square foot of the colonial period space, and we'll do model is it is the lease. Go to the next line. Yep. Continuing on. Price per square foot of the colonial model is the least. And let's apply. Let's go. Let's go else if. Else if. And then a little price. Price per square foot colonial is greater than price per square foot of the single story. And we're going to print out the price per square foot of the single story space. We'll come back to finish it up with the next line. So let's start model. So we'll go go to the else. Now we gotta go to see out the price. Per square foot of the condo. And single story. Story months. Time for leases. Is where we're going to complete that. So we'll go back up here, line up with this if statement, and do our else if, and then we'll do price per square foot colonial again. Price per square foot colonial, and it's greater than split entry. Split entry. So what we're going to do is right here, brackets. Here in a bracket, and we have another regular if price per square foot. This one is going to be colonial. This is going to be split entry. Less than price per square foot. Price per square foot single story. Single story. And let's go. Let's say. Price per square foot of the split entry. Let's just copy and paste this. Is good. And we'll update it. So we'll make it the price per square foot of the split entry. Is the lease. Looks good. The if statement is complete. So now we can do our else if. Under if. Else if. Price per square foot split entry. Greater than price per square foot symmetry. Single story. And so we'll spit out this again. let's go price per square foot of the single story. Single story model is lease at that. So next, let's go our else. So we close out this bracket. Else. Just go straight to my price per square foot. Price per square foot of the single story and split entry. Entry models. Tie. X. Very good. Let's get this out of here. Alright, now we've got that lit. Let's go ahead and here. We're going to do a quick run over and we're going to run it right after this. Alright, let's go to the top and do a quick look at it again. So we have our two include statements, string and idle init. No constant variables this time. No named constants this time. We have our variables. We have several doubles, string. We did our set precision to 2 decimals. Then we had our statements into the price of colonial model, enter the area in square feet of colonial model, enter the price of split entry model, enter the finished area in square feet of split entry model, enter the price of single story model. So we're going to go through there. I'll let you look at that, but let's try to run it and see what we get. Though it was long and treacherous, I do believe we did get everything added correctly. Let's make sure we get the outputs. So we need to do enter the price of the colonial model. Let's go 450,000. Square feet of the colonial model. Alright, so let's see what we got. The calculations. Okay, great. And I'll start showing the code, and I have to make it smaller so you can see it, how that calculates. That's the best we can do right there. Alright, so let's go from line 1 to 26. Look at that, we're having issues getting that 100%. And there goes our 100%, our 3 green checks, and our 100%. So we know our code is flawless. Control plus, get a little bit bigger so you can see. And it'll take us from 1 to 21. So if you need that for longer, go ahead and pause. We'll scroll down. It's line 22 to 40. And if you need that longer, go ahead and pause. So we'll scroll down. There's line 42 to line 61. And if you need that longer, go ahead and pause it. And there's line 61 to line 80. Right, I'm going to go further over so you can see to the right. And if you need that longer, go ahead and pause it. I'll just sit there for a few seconds, pause that, and I'm going to go back over to the front. Alright, there we go. Alright, if you need that, go ahead and pause it as well. I'm going to go down to the end, and we're already there. So that's our code. Alright, so thanks for watching. Make sure you smash that like button, leave a comment, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so now. If don't have a login, go ahead and create one. Like I said, create a login. It only takes less than a minute, and it is absolutely free. So thanks again for joining, and hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you found it helpful, and I'll see you again on the next one. Have a wonderful day.